What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&B Unsupervised. So, lots to talk about, and I want to start off with something that happened in our state. I don't know if it was like in Topeka. Don't know if you heard about it, but this was pretty heartbreaking. A school in Kansas locked a teen with Down syndrome in a utility closet, took pictures of him, did not feed him lunch. He soiled himself, peed and pooped on himself, and neither the para or the teacher has been fired by the school. The kid now will not come out of his room and is repeatedly hitting himself because he thinks he did something wrong. And for me, that hits very hard to home because I have people in my family that have Down syndrome, and I worked with special education kids in high school and all that. And like I said, I have family members. So the fact that happened in our home state is very disappointing.
The people in charge weren't
I just don't
immediately fired or reprimanded in any kind of shape or form is honestly kind of
when I heard about that story, I literally made a TikTok because I'm like, we have a platform. Like, I feel like it's in my state. That's something that is a no. Like, I don't know how you could do that to. I guess my whole thing is just in general. Like, I don't know how these teachers can do stuff like that to kids.
I'm just kind of confused on like how you actually lock
a utility closet.
Well, they have
fucking utility closet.
Well, I mean, it's a utility closet. A closet's a fucking
everybody
closet.
Involved that knew about that, from the school officer to the teacher, the para, anybody that knew about it needs to be held, reprimanded ASAP.
Well, nowadays you have it's a special care in school anymore that you actually have people that are just dedicated to those students.
Yes.
And the fact that I need more information. I didn't know about that.
Yes,
but it's like, why did you...
It was sent to me.
Well, it's like, did the kid lock himself away? Or did they lock him away? Like, if they locked him away, how do you still have a job?
From my understanding from the lawsuit, from what I read, they locked the kid away.
Now, why'd you lock your kid away? And why'd you lock that kid away? And why are you dealing with children? Why did you take a job? Why'd you go to college to get a degree to teach children? If that's what you're going to do to a Down syndrome, a special needs child, what are you doing just to the normal kid?
I guess for me it's just tough because the amount of time and work it's going to take to get that kid back to where it was is going to take months, if not years, to get it back to where...
It's going to take a lot.
My heart breaks just for the family, and like I said, it's unacceptable, and everybody involved needs to be held responsible.
I'm just kind of surprised that they haven't been fired.
I just couldn't believe it.
How do you lock? I mean, it's no different than if you're a foster care parent and you fostering, you're in the in between step of like you fostering kids for them to be adopted. Obviously, you lose your fostering parents' rights if you lock a kid in the closet.
It was just something that I saw that was sent to me, and I just
know if I had my kids were enrolled in that school, I'm making my kids out of it, bro. You ain't going there no more.
Yeah, it's tough world.
I'm shutting it down. I'm moving them.
Definitely, I truly feel like everybody should be held responsible. That was involved needs to be held responsible. I need to know your name, your face needs to be plastered, and you definitely need to be going to jail for some time because
I don't necessarily think you have to be going to jail. I definitely think you should be getting stripped of your license to be able to teach. It's not a crime. I mean, it was a crime, and the crime, the highest punishment, honestly, to me, is being stripped of your license to teach, to be a parent, and you should be blacklisted, and never be allowed to ever be a para. Because to be a para, you don't actually need any kind of degree.
No, you do not.
And so you
Which is crazy when you really think about it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like daycare. Like, you don't have to go to a college or do anything special to run a daycare either.
But you know what you're getting into when you're dealing with
a lot of people that deal with special needs children, they have... they have something that they really like to help those kind of children. So to me, it's kind of weird that it's unfortunate. It's hilariously unfortunate.
But
it's weird that they haven't been fired.
Yeah, that was the one thing.
Man, I'm like, everybody gotta go.
Yeah.
From the president to the school board, y'all gotta go. Like, how the fuck you just sitting there on your hands?
It's just something that I feel like we needed to bring up and talk about. But
that's fair.
Like I said, welcome back to another episode. We are currently sipping on Old Smoky, Blackberry, and Sprite. Definitely good. As you can see, we've already kind of got our drink on a little bit. Lots to talk about here. College football is back this Saturday.
Yeah.
College football is back. Obviously, it's got a lot of the squash games.
Some people say it don't really matter because it's just a bunch of just random games, just a bunch of, no-name
sometimes
schools.
big-name schools pay these little no-name schools and they come in and whoop your ass. We've seen it in the past and it will continue to happen.
From every time it happens, but real actual football that matters is back. Preseason, fuck the preseason.
One of the
real college football.
big headlines this year of college football is, I sent it to you, Oklahoma and Texas are now moving to the SEC.
Yeah. Good job.
How will they do? I sent you their record of how they were doing, how they've done so far.
Well, versus each other.
Each other. And
program results, all-time wins. Texas has 9. Well, not against each other.
Not against each other,
but in the Big 12 overall, but not just, but they came from the Big 12. But Texas has 948 wins, while Oklahoma has 944. Oklahoma has 7 natties.
Woo!
Texas has 4.
Yep.
Heisman trophies, 2 for Texas. Meanwhile, Oklahoma has 7.
Damn.
But a lot of that was under the Lincoln Riley and went back to back.
Yep.
But that was 2. But still, Hall of Famers 29 out of Oklahoma, 24 out of Texas.
Okay.
So Heisman, Hall of Famers, which Hall of Famers definitely is that next lead. So pretty close. Conference titles, 50 for Oklahoma. Ooh. 29 for Texas. Texas definitely kind of took a dip around 06, 08.
Yeah.
After
the 2000s weren't too great for Texas.
Yeah.
2010s really weren't all that great for Texas.
And then college football appearance. College football playoff appearances?
Yeah, I know. That one was a little
4
confusing.
For Oklahoma. 1 for Texas.
Yeah, it's been so. Like I said, they're moving to the SEC.
Didn't even know Texas was in the college football playoff.
Yeah. So, how do you think they're going to perform? Both those teams going to the... it's a different competition level.
Well, Texas A&M made that jump first.
Yes.
And so Oklahoma and Texas are already at a different level than Texas A&M, and Texas A&M did, I would say, very, very well for their first couple years there, but they always would say, they got to get bigger. They got to get bigger boys, because these dudes in the SEC, they big boys in the South. I'm you got Texas boys, but the other South, they big too. Yep. And so there's a different kind of recruitment you have to do. You got to get those 300-pound linemen.
Of those two teams, which ones do you think are going to do better, Texas or Oklahoma moving over? Which one do you think is going to do better, and why do you think the other one's going to struggle?
I'd be curious to see which ones in which conference.
Yes.
Which one's going to be in Bama's conference, which one's going to be in Georgia's conference.
Yeah.
But I just kind of feel like I really wanted to say Oklahoma because I'm a little bit more partial to Oklahoma, but I'm going to have to, roll with Texas, I think they're going to... I think they prepared themselves. I think they're more stable at the quarterback position.
Yes.
With Archie Manning still staying and then potentially...
Shout out to Archie for staying, man.
He definitely bucked a trend of leaving.
That coaching staff, we've talked about this.
Well, he said that the reason why he went there was because for the staff, and he bucked a trend of just trying to become a starter anywhere just to play.
Because he could have left and went anywhere and be a starter.
He could have went anywhere and be a freshman. He could have been a true freshman starter.
Yes.
But he didn't redshirt. But I think with the quarterback they have in place now that came back for his senior year, and
Evans,
and no matter what level you're at, if you're college or pros, you have a quarterback in place, you're going to be well off. And Texas has a quarterback in place for the now and for the next 2 years. Potential for the next 2 years, they're solid. If Archie leaves after his junior year, then for 2 years they're solid defensively. I think they're they're better than Oklahoma defensively already.
They got a lot of NIL money out there too.
Well, so does Oklahoma though. So it's not like they're
Texas
skipping
giving
on
out
that.
Lamborghinis. Goddamn it, Texas out here handing out Lamborghinis.
I think it's going to be Texas. Who do you think is going to fare I think they're going to. Both are going to struggle because it's a different.
It's a different beast.
Because I even think even the Ole Misses are going to give them a run for their money.
I think I think they'll both get bowl games, but I think it's going to be
so there's 6 wins.
Yeah, I think they'll both get 6 wins. I do agree with you in the fact that I think Texas is a lot more prepared from top to bottom.
They did beat Bama last year, and Bama did get the nod.
Well, the last couple times they faced Bama, it's been neck and neck.
Well, just last year though, they beat Bama, and everybody was upset that Bama got the nod for the 4th spot.
Oklahoma, I think they're going in the right direction. They're just not there yet. They need to get bigger. And I just don't know.
I think Texas and Oklahoma are both more adept to make the transition a lot easier than Texas A&M, because I feel like Texas A&M is still struggling to bring in the talent to really compete at the highest level.
Yes.
Even though they are doing very well there.
So,
but they're not the Texas, and they're not Oklahoma.
And like we've talked about before, the college football playoffs has expanded this year. 12 teams. I know you're not the biggest fan in the world over it because...
It's dumb.
But... I'll be curious to see. I don't think either of those... Well, Texas, I mean, I don't know. Texas was right there last year, but it's always tough to repeat that success, you know.
Well, they're finally back on the path of winning and being a program that recruits well and develops. Because, like, you can recruit great all you want, but if you can't develop the talent, then it really doesn't matter. You could be a 5-star, 4-star guy that goes to Texas, and if you don't have the coaching staff in place to develop you, it does not matter. Yeah. The 2-3 stars will whoop your ass.
And clearly, we know Texas has a great development staff.
Well, that's what
coaching staff.
The past couple years we've seen it. I mean,
another big thing in college football this year. No Nick Saban at Alabama. What is it? What is his name?
Kellen DeBoer.
Kellen DeBoer. He was the former Washington State Huskies coach. Now, first year at Alabama. No Nick Saban, even though Nick Saban's going to be in the building.
Yeah, but he's not. That's just more for like recruiting purposes. He's around, guys.
What is the expectations for Bama this year? I mean, we know the standard for Alabama's always been
that. That's just that. Like, there's no leeway. You take the head coaching job following Nick Saban. There's no leeway. It's to win the SEC. It's to win your division/conference. And to obviously they'll be in the playoffs. I guess 12 fucking teams.
I get it's Alabama,
but it's to be competing for a natty.
They did lose some people to the transfer portal. Some people hit the portal
after
they retired, but it's still Bama.
It's Bama, so they still brought people into.
Like you said, they have Nick Saban in the building for the recruiting.
It's funny to me that people don't talk about they lost people to the transfer. You don't think they lost people to the transfer portal with Nick Saban there?
Well, yes.
All right, so then that's not a big deal. They brought people in to replace them. That's how the transfer portal works.
Yep.
Transfer portal really is what I think really pushed Nick Saban out, and the NIL money.
Well, that's also the reason why Clemson's been irrelevant because
they can't get a quarterback. Like, that's great. You had Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence, and you were great. And then like I said, you have to have a quarterback. But
they've also been unwilling to do kind of with the NIL money type.
If Debo, if
he's got to get with the program.
If Debo's not willing to, evolve with the times, you're gonna be left behind because you have to evolve with the time and pay players.
So you're saying, even though Nick Saban's the head coach for Alabama, it's still college football playoffs, fighting for that 1 through 4 seed, regardless of what it is. That's the expectations.
The expectations is no less than what last year.
The new head coach was in the national championship.
It's obviously a natty is the expectations, but to be in the SEC championship game is the bare minimum. Obviously, if you're in that, you will be in the playoffs.
How many years? I know he signed a very lucrative deal. Mm-hmm. Obviously. If there is not the immediate success that Alabama's used to, how long do you think he'll be the head coach? Like, do you think they'll let him?
It depends on what you mean by success. Are they winning their division, and are they winning the SEC championship game?
You gotta think about
Are they always there against
Nick Saban
Georgia?
There, it was damn near always right there to get to the natty or in the natty. If he's not,
but they're also winning the SEC. Are they winning the SEC championship game, and are they getting to the semis? Or if they're not the 1 through 4, because the 1 through 4 gets the bye week.
Yes.
If they're not the 1 through 4, are they getting, to me, it has to be always knocking on the door for him to keep his job. He has to be getting to the semis.
So you say he's got like a 2-year, 3-year window?
He can keep the job as long as he wants, as long as he's always knocking on the semis. Because now it's 12 teams, and when you open it up more, I still don't. It won't really matter. It's not like it's going to be. To me,
even though they opened it up to 12, you're saying
it's not like 12,
there's still someone going to get left out. That
No.
feels like they should have been in?
No, what I'm saying is it's not
Okay.
like college basketball where you bring in 64 teams, and sometimes we saw it a couple years back. Villanova, number 1 seed, lost to a 16 seed.
Yep.
Like we won't see a 12 seed. I mean, we could. It happens obviously because a 16 seed did it, but we we won't see it. Like you will see the cream of the crop. The top 4 will always be the top 6. Like, I don't know why we went 12. 6 would have been best. You could have gave a bye week to the top 2 teams and then let the other 2s play it.
That's fair.
But they didn't. But, like, what you were saying, yes, because now it's going to be like, well, the 14th and the 15th seed, they should have got it over the 12th and 11th seed.
Well,
no, like, you all
it.
never happy.
I'm going to reference to it a little bit like when you're playing college football. Like, we see teams that are getting in, I'm like, bitch, you weren't even in. It's like,
I was undefeated and didn't even get there. I got the number 3 seed and had the hardest fucking path. I was so scared. I'm like, bro, why am I playing these teams?
I just feel like
undefeated, and I still did get it in college football.
Like in my college, and again, it's comparing differently. In my college football road to glory, I literally had Tito in the college football playoffs, and they were ranked 21st in the nation, but they had the 12th seed. They weren't even. The
Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, so like,
Florida Atlantic.
I'd be curious to see how really does the 12 really work. Or is it really just 1 through 12 get in, or are you bringing someone?
Well,
that's
speaking on the college football game, they did change the algorithm. They changed how that's supposed to work. So you're not having I guess there was a lot of upsets happening in that game. Like a lot of no-name schools were taking out top schools or whatever. But now it makes a little bit more. It's supposed to make a little bit more sense in that aspect, but it's just really, it's going to be 1 through 12, and then they're like, well, there's a 13th, the 14th team.
That's really going to irritate you. I know
no,
it's going to irritate you.
They have 4 fucking losses. No, no. Like we should have capped it at 6. We could have capped it at 8, 10, 12. Damn, dude, who are we grabbing? The Sun Belt teams now?
Another big topic in college football. What will Michigan look like this year with Jim Harbaugh gone?
Whether they going to strip the natty or not.
And
I'm still
what
waiting.
will the penalties really be? We've now came out. There's been leaked.
Well, I don't know.
58 text messages have been deleted. Harbaugh was supposed to come back, and now he was told he's not coming back.
Oh, for the opening ceremony. He was told, don't come back.
Don't come back. So, obviously, Harbaugh was given...
I don't much like the punishments. I think they pretty much have laid out all the punishments they're going to lay out on that subject. I personally think that they should strip the natty. Like you cheated. They've stripped it for less, like we've said, and it should be vacated. He can't sit at the table with his dad and his brother because he has not won the big game on any level. You didn't. You cheated, and he got caught. He pulled what Pete Carroll did. He cheated, got the natty. They didn't get it stripped, though, but he cheated. Or maybe they did get it stripped. But regardless, he jumped. And to the NFL to avoid the penalties.
Well, even
it's also the same thing he did because
really
he asked not to be penalized for shit that he did. And the program was hold up.
That was probably the biggest, damn for us for Harbaugh. When Harbaugh literally was trying to negotiate his contract with Michigan, he's like, well, you can't suspend me. And that was when he put that in there, it was damn, so, we defended you, and then when you put that in there, it's damn, bro, we all look like fools, because when you put something like that in your contract negotiations, damn, you...
Did you want to be held liable for the shit that's about to unfold, because he knew there's going to be more than
now there's got, a documentary about to come out about the whole thing, that's going to be...
That's dumb. We need to chill on these documentaries, we had the Last Dance, and that was great, and we've had a couple others that came out which have been good, but we gotta chill. We don't need documentaries for everything.
Before I get to the one I really want to talk about, we got to talk about our Kansas Jayhawks.
They're potential playoff teams.
The potential. I think they said there's a. What did you say that we could possibly?
That was potentially going all the way up to 4.
4. Can we finally put it all together injury-wise? Obviously, we've been waiting for our quarterback. Well,
he's playing week 1.
Week 1, so
back is healthy.
Back and healthy. What is your expectation for our KU Jayhawks? Everyone looks at us as a basketball school, but we're building a great football program.
The football program is
coming. It's rising. It's on the rise.
Well, they're redoing the stadium.
Yes,
they're having 4 games held at Arrowhead.
Yep, 4 games at Arrowhead. So.
They're being held there, and honestly, like fringe playoff team. Like
like
fringe
low,
playoff.
like on the low 6
Yeah.
wins, on the high. What is our high?
Oh,
low is 6 wins.
No, I said fringe playoff.
Okay. So you're saying like upper.
So
like,
we'll have like 10 wins.
10 wins.
Like we're playoff bound without a doubt. Like we're going to a bowl game.
That's fair.
Like a bowl game.
Yeah,
we're bowl game easy.
Yes.
And we'll be fighting.
As long as injuries don't
As long as the quarterback stay healthy, as long as the QB stays healthy, because Jason Bean has now made the jump to the NFL and has looked really good for the Colts. Just in case you know, if AR goes down for the Colts, I think Jason Bean's going to be honestly has a pretty good potential because he's looked really good at granted preseason, but has looked really good at the next level. But I think Daniels, honestly, as long as he stays healthy, we're bowl eligible easy.
I'm just excited for our football program.
Like,
this has been a long. Let me do another long time coming for our football program.
I give up hope that we're ever going to have a decent program at KU, and we just have to be like, come on, stupid K-State Wildcats. Like,
but
even they've been a disappointment. But I think we should compete. We should be right there for the Big 12 title.
Okay.
And if we're not there for the Big 12 title and pushing for a playoff spot, then honestly, it's a little bit of a letdown disappointment with them renovating the stadium.
Yes.
The letdown.
So the biggest, in my personal opinion, I believe you would agree to, the biggest talk in college football is Colorado. Everything surrounding them. Deion Sanders, Shedeur Sanders getting disrespected. CBS saying Deion's damn near the worst coach in college football.
He told him I ain't talking to you.
Like, so.
At his press conference, he was like, who are you from, CBS? I ain't talking to you. Next, he's like, no disrespect to that guy. He's like, but
I like the way Deion handled it. He goes, it's not you. It's they. CBS knows what they did was wrong.
Well, they did. Well, he felt disrespected, but he let it know he was like, I have no ill with you, but like that's who you work for, and so like I'm not taking questions from you, which is fair. I don't necessarily think the hype around Colorado, I feel like has This is the first year they're in the Big 12.
Yep.
With 3 other teams, I do believe that came. But I have high hopes for them too. I think they're in the other side of the Big 12 of KU.
Okay.
And I would love to see a KU Colorado matchup for the Big 12 title.
Okay.
But I think this is a big year for Deion and his program to be bowl eligible. Not necessarily playoffs, because like he's taking a program that was like honestly probably like a 2.5 star.
Yeah.
That wasn't really landing anybody to.
When got Warren Snap on the coach staff, he's gonna bring
definitely going to help defense
from Florida side.
That D line going to be nasty.
So
that's just going to help with the quote unquote pipelining.
Yeah.
It's going to help bring in a lot more talent there, and I'm really curious to see them.
Give me your absolute. I think they had 4 wins last year at Colorado. What is the low for Colorado this year? 8. What is the high for Colorado this year?
10.
10. So it's not a big margin.
It's not a big margin. Well, you play 12 games.
Yes.
So like if you go 8-4,
because you just need 6 to be bowl eligible.
Well, that's all like 8. Like you go 8-4, you can go 10-2. But I
guess for me, it's just crazy to think that people think about Colorado and Deion. Like he took a program that was damn near that couldn't win a game.
They're irrelevant as hell.
The fact that college football damn near had them as a 3-star program is fucking loud.
College football had them as a 3-star program.
I'm like, bro, you are fringe half a star, damn near maybe
like
a 1
without
star.
Deion being there last year, like you probably 2.5 stars. I mean, Deion has made that program relevant.
I guess, obviously the hype last year and their first 2 games.
But they played people though. They played programs. They played Caleb Williams in USC. Like they played programs. Like he
couldn't help that offensive line couldn't block little kids. Like I couldn't help.
Even Travis Hunter saying even now you're like, bro, you don't get blocked shit on college football because I'm getting fucked up because you don't get blocked nobody.
Like so is Travis Hunter going to be in the Heisman race?
Potentially playing both sides.
Do you think he's gonna do you think your honest opinion on him playing both sides? What do you think he should focus on more? The NFL scouts, they want him to focus more on the wide receiver. You have Deion's he's still gonna we're gonna limit him.
I think you meant corner.
Corner.
I think you meant corner for the NFL.
Corner. Yes, corner for the
not
NFL.
Wide receiver because he's definitely a better corner than he is a wide receiver. But a dual threat, I love it. I like guys playing both ways. That sounds gay as hell, but dude should play both ways. Like if you can do it, you can help the team out on both sides on a program like that. then you should be able to do it. I expect him to be more situational, less snaps on the offensive side of the ball, and so he can kind of focus and hone in a little bit more on the defensive side to be there more. And obviously, injuries, he's going to be targeted because he does play both sides. He is a big name. He's a top, I think probably, honestly, he's probably a top 15 pick right now. So, I mean, him himself, he has to try to dial it back just for himself. He's only a junior.
Yes.
But he's going to make the leap after this year.
You think he makes the leap after this year?
Well, yeah, because his boy's leaving. His boy's a senior this year.
Yeah, so...
Shadir is leaving. Shiloh's leaving.
Yeah, Shiloh. I couldn't believe Shiloh was 24. Shiloh even said he should have already been in the NFL, but family business is family business.
And this is family business.
So...
But all three, like, you're going to have two
It's
Sanders in the
unfortunate
draft.
because we love Shadur Sanders so much, and it just seems like he's going to be a Dallas Cowboy if everything goes the way we think it's going to go, and it's just unfortunate. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you. I think he's going to be a Cowboy.
Trey Lance is the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, watch out for Trey Lance, dude. Jerry Jones got high hope for Trey
Well,
Lance.
that's where I think Deion wants his boy to go, is the Cowboys.
I think when I saw the projected that they had Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Not Trevor Lawrence.
So he
Travis
signed a big
Hunter.
deal with the Jags.
Sorry.
He didn't go nowhere.
Travis Hunter they had with the Patriots, and they obviously have Shador with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, they're going to be traded to go get him.
So
Because they're going to be in the mid-20s.
So
the Cowboys they're going to give up a couple first-round picks to go get him, and I don't know necessarily they'd be willing to do that.
Well, Jerry Jones, I don't.
Maybe
know
they do pay Dak $60 million after this season. Maybe they win the Super Bowl. I mean, like, they can dream.
You have to
We're
say,
them boys, dude. We're them boys.
No, you can close your eyes and wake up and be like, oh, damn, it was a dream. Fuck.
No, I don't dream of that at all. That's some fruity. I said.
No, I'm saying like Cowboys fans, like they go to sleep. Hey, we won the Super Bowl. Wake up. Damn.
I'm pretty sure Cowboy fans would pass on a Super Bowl this year to have Sanders as their QB over Dak. And if you don't, I got questions because like we've seen what Dak is, and Dak might get $60 million.
What do you think you worth at the quarterback position?
Well, I'll give you a
If Trevor Lawrence is worth $55 million, what are you worth?
Let's put it this way. I give you a deal. I'll play for $25 million. Surround me with all the talent, bub. Like, surround me with all the talent, Kyle Shanahan. Like, I'll play for you, dog. Like, you give me everybody, I'll hand it off. I can do
everybody.
That. Hey, I can do it for the Dolphins, too. Like, I can do everything.
Well,
just don't make me do what Mahomes had to do last year.
For the Miami Dolphins, anybody can throw more than 5 yards. Like, accurately.
I don't know. Tua couldn't.
Well.
Tua struggled like a motherfucker.
But college football is going to be interesting. We're going to be doing a lot of talk about college football, a lot of headlines. Curious to see programs like we talked already about before. Oregon got that unlimited amount of money.
Well, the dude from Nike was like, "I want to see Oregon win a natty."
See a natty, boy.
You tell me he's going to Oregon for all that Nike?
Fucking Utah just gave everybody on the football team a brand new truck. Like, dude.
Well, have you ever been to Utah? You need a truck.
Like,
how the fuck else you getting around? It's hilly out there.
No, I'm really upset about. We played in the wrong air, dog. Like,
if you were 5 inches taller.
Hold up. Knowing how you played in high school with soccer, he was a soccer athlete. That was not me. I was kickball. Soccer. What do you think your NIL would be worth? What do you think you'd be worth if you played now?
I'm going to the highest buyer. Like the highest buyer is where I'm going.
What do you think
you
your
can
NIL
buy
would
me
worth?
as a slave, dog. Like that's all I'm saying.
What would you be worth? Give it to me. Knowing how you played, like not even being conceited, like
knowing where I was recruited to, I mean, I would probably say
$3 million.
No, I wouldn't say I was $3 million. I'm being like realistic. Like where I was recruited to, I would probably say to the biggest school I was recruited to, I probably could get close to maybe like $750K
to almost $1 million.
To almost $1 million, probably.
Okay.
To like, cause it was a religious school.
Okay.
So like my biggest school that had me that I almost went to like that. Yeah, they were tied in with KU, so with their program that I wanted to go to. So yeah, I'd probably say I'd probably get close to probably about $1 million NIL money or my own kind of like house there in their neighborhood.
If I had to say, I think I'd be close to $2 million.
Yeah.
$2 million.
I mean, Ottawa got money. Ottawa got money.
I would have been very because I was looking. Well, I mean, I've been said before. I almost played at Wichita State before some things went sideways. So clearly,
Wichita got money too.
which would have got me some serious money. So
I mean, they made a big run, a couple big runs.
oh, wait, yes, they did.
Friend elite, dude. Elite.
So, but I just know
you're too white and you're 5'5".
No, I'm not 5'5".
I can't help that your player card says you 6'2". That's not true. You keep saying you 6'2". I'm gonna take the tape measure out, and we're gonna see if you really 6'2".
I'm 5'11", baby.
No, you ain't 5'11".
I'm 5'11".
Maybe
I promise you.
Maybe with high heels on.
I have a card that says I'm 5'11".
That's
Hey, I'm just going off with my stats saying, baby. That's all. But
no.
All right, so
inflated.
I'm glad you took a drink.
Inflation.
I'm glad you took a drink of your drink because we are now moving on to NFL.
Okay.
And I want to speak on the Olympics that are happening in LA with our flag football in 2028 in Los Angeles. Hang on, get it together. Our USA flag football quarterback, Daryl.
Who?
Daryl Doucette, I think is his name. What's his last name? Doucette?
You don't even deserve my
okay, but
Who?
he came out and said that he
Who?
felt it was disrespectful that NFL players think that they could just join this roster based off who they are, and they didn't help grow the sport. And that was okay. We were like, okay, like we get it, like, but still, it's like at the same time, it's like it's Justin Jefferson, Sauce Gardner, those guys, you know, the Patricks. The
I know
Lamar.
those dudes.
They, you know, I feel like if we send our best NBA players to the Olympics, why not send
Most
our
of the
best
time.
NFL? We basically our Pro Bowl now is basically flag football. It was highly entertaining. I thought it was probably one of the better things that we've seen from the Pro Bowl because nobody wants to tackle anymore in the Pro Bowl.
No, Pro Bowl still ass, but
yes.
Anyways.
But then Daryl came back out. The USA flag football quarterback.
We have a USA team.
Yeah, well, that was news to me too.
We have a quarterback. What's his day job?
I know.
Is he bagging groceries?
I know after what he recently just said, you want to know his day job.
I didn't know we had a USA flag football team that was out there doing stuff. Like, bro, who?
Well, he came out and said that Daryl said that he's better than Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback because his IQ of the game. He said that he understands Patrick Mahomes has got all these intangibles, but when it comes to football and flag football, he's better than Patrick Mahomes.
Football and flag football?
Yeah, but the dude
is
who does
he play for in the NFL?
Nobody. Daryl is 5'7".
Daryl,
he's 140 pounds. Bro, you get hit by somebody in the NFL, you die.
His weight.
I'm 215, dog.
Damn,
we big over here. We thick.
Is that what we calling it?
We thick.
Yeah.
I ain't drinking that pre-workout ever again. That's all I got to fucking say. Boy, have me feeling like a crackhead.
I didn't think it was thick. I thought it was
what is your thoughts on, like, I guess for me, why is Daryl attacking Patrick Mahomes?
I don't even know who Daryl even is.
Like, bro, like, I'm going to keep it about, I'd rather have Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson, Eli Manning, like, before I want to see you fucking play.
I don't want Daniel Jones, but I'll take his
flag football?
I'll take Zach Wilson.
Like, dude, like, flag football.
Zach Wilson needs to go play
bro,
flag football.
I just, your 15 seconds of fame is over.
Well, why
are you attacking Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes, quote unquote, is the greatest quarterback in the United States, and it's not even fucking close.
Why you say United States? It's in the NFL.
I'm saying United States. He's the best quarterback in the U.S., and it's not even close.
Well, I mean, if you...
It's Patrick Mahomes, and then, like, we don't give 2 and 3. Then we drop it down.
Okay.
Like, there's a fucking gap, bro.
Okay. Well, I don't know who Daryl is. I don't know what Daryl does for a day job.
What?
But he needs to ask for a raise at his day job. And he needs to understand when 2028 hits, he probably won't even be on the roster in 2026 for flag football because, bro, like, I don't want to tell you.
We're not going to try to disrespect Daryl, but
I'm
Daryl or Patrick Mahomes?
I'm disrespecting Daryl. I don't know who Daryl is, but
okay,
I know...
Daryl or Patrick Mahomes?
I know who Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes
and
Josh Allen is.
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
Like, I know who.
Are you taking 2 on before Daryl?
Yes. Dude, like I need somebody that can throw the ball.
How many of the 32 starting quarterbacks?
All of them.
You take them all of them before
all of them. Dude, I need somebody. Look, okay, so I'm assuming the field's 100 yards long. Well, I need somebody that can at least throw it at least 40 until he can do that. I'm not sure if old boy can even throw it 40 yards. I haven't even seen him play. And if he has better IQ than Mahomes, how did you not make it to the NFL with your 140-pound ass?
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of questions. Why you coming out and attacking people, and none of these NFL players outside of really Tyreek Hill said he can't wait. Like, you're telling me that.
Well, Jalen Hurts is the sponsor person for this, so like,
And again,
I guess for me,
why
like, why
you,
Patrick? Like, why you didn't come for anybody else? Like, you came for you tried to make a point against the wrong quarterback in the National Football. You came for the wrong dude.
I guess
Patrick Mahomes was even. He tweeted out like, huh?
I guess if you like, I don't have much. I don't have a lot of energy for the flag football. I don't care much for the flag football. I like to tackle football. I'm here for the Olympics. Like, I'm here to see the best of that we got against the best of the rest of the world. It won't be close. It will be semi-interesting.
To be fair, I think it was in 2022.
I'm with Daryl.
Daryl and the U.S. team barely beat Australia.
Who they play? Kangaroos?
Like, to me,
who are they going against?
We
Kangaroos?
were talking about before we went live, or before we started recording. To me, our 28 Olympics for flag football should look like the 92 Dream Team in basketball. Like, we should absolutely dominate. Like, this should not even be close.
Honestly, they should handicap us to make it close. Like, we should have to play with one leg, use our offhand. We already should have a flag pulled when we run 5 yards.
I think about you're gonna tell me that Daryl feels like that players on their end feel disrespectful. For players like Justin Jefferson shouldn't be able to translate to flag football. It's Justin.
I just feel like he should enjoy his 15 seconds of fame.
That's CTE crazy. For flag football? CTE, that's crazy.
Boy, his hips must be sore. His hips must be sore. I got nothing for. I have nothing for him, or honestly, I have nothing for him or his teammates. I'm here for the NFL players. That's what's going to draw the attention for the flag football, to really grow the brand. If I'm the NFL, Daryl, dude, kill Daryl. Like, I want my NFL players supporting them in the biggest of the stages of the Olympics. Like, Daryl, dude, you can be the third string, I guess, my guy. When it's cleanup time, you can hold Mahomes' nutsack. You can hold his jockstrap, if that's what you really need. Make you feel good. I just know Mahomes ain't giving you an autograph, dog.
I just know that all the shit that Daryl has said, you would not say that to those guys' face if they were like Patrick Mahomes.
How tall is Daryl?
5'7".
Dude,
140 pounds.
You do realize Mahomes is 6'3", dog. Like, you got dad bod. You're dad bod now. He would just pick you up and carry you around like one of his children.
Like, Daryl has been flamed so bad on the internet.
Like I said, I just hope you enjoy your 15 seconds of fame. I ain't got much for that. Like, I'm here for the NFL players because that's the talent. If you were good enough to be in flag, if you're good enough to make the NFL, you're better than the flag football. And the rules are what the rules are for apparently our Team USA flag football team is what we use in the Pro Bowl now. So I'm just I'm here for it. But what I really want in the Olympics in 2028, I need Jason Kelce as my center running routes, dog.
Jason Kelce,
that's really what I want.
There, dog.
That's really what I want is Jason Kelce running routes. I need to see that tied in. I need to see the offensive weapon
he's lost a lot of weight. He got the body for it.
He ain't got to block no more.
No, he ain't got to block. He got the body.
That's all I want in 2020 is Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce on the same team. We didn't get it in the NFL. So I want it for 2028.
So speaking of other...
or Travis being the center. One of the two. Just don't get zeked. Just don't get zeked. Just don't get zeked.
Speaking of more NFL, other sport drama, we have Noah Lyles, the track star, and Tyreek Hill.
Man, these Olympic dudes
Noah Lyles has been at the NBA players. He's coming over to the NFL players. Tyreek Hill.
I want to see Tyreek Hill and him race. Honestly.
I do. Like, who would you think would win that? Like, 60 meter, 100 meter?
I want 100. I want 100. I want 120.
You want 120 meter?
100.
100 yard, you want a 100-yard race?
120-yard race. Okay.
I
want a full football because it's 10 and 10.
Oh, yes.
10 and 10. So 120 yards. Don't give me the 100. That favors him. Don't give me 40 or 60. Give me 120. That favors nobody. Give me the 200 then. 200 meters.
Okay.
Because, honestly, that's a little bit more neutral.
Well,
because Tyreek Hill's a lot heavier now. Tyreek Hill's bulked up a lot since his track days, or even since he's ran.
Well,
laps.
Tyreek Hill said he would beat him, not by a lot, but he would beat him. Noah Lyles says he's chasing clout. Compared him to, not wanting to show up because DK showed up one time race. But I'm like, Tyreek Hill also showed up and raced in one of the track Olympic sports. I mean, so I'm here for it. I want to see it. I want to see them race.
Honestly, I like seeing the fastest guys. But
I guess
race.
Noah Lyles is another dude. Like, bro, like,
well,
he had people from the U.S. rooting against him to lose. Like, you had NBA guys.
Well, because he's coming out and saying, well, you can't call yourself world champs.
And then he goes on Club Shay Shay and like Shannon Sharp, obviously Club Shay Shay is Shannon Sharp's podcast, and he's like Nikola Jokic, and Noah Lyles like, I don't know who that is. Like, how the fuck do you not know who the Joker is?
Well, I mean, that's my thing is like.
But he knew Luka. He knew Luka Doncic. If you know Luka, you know fucking Joker.
How do you not know Joker?
So it's like, come on, bro.
The three-time MVP in the NBA.
Shannon Sharp went at him on Club Shay Shay.
I don't have necessarily a problem. Like, okay, I have a problem with everything that he has said. But in the NBA, it's a world brand, and the best of the best.
Think about the top 4 guys
are overseas.
Are overseas players.
You have
like, come on now.
Shaw, Canada, Joker, Serbia, Luka.
Where's Luka from?
Damn, overseas somewhere.
Slovenia. There we go. Woo! I got it too. Yeah. Fitty.
So like. Then the top 3 players right there are all over,
I mean, MB, Cameroon, fucking
France, technically.
France.
I mean, the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year,
Rudy Gobert.
is also from France. You have
Victor Wembanyama who's coming onto the scene.
Like the fact that you're coming at the Celtics, you're saying that they're world champs. I mean, they are. They're the best of the best play in the NBA across the world. They draft overseas players from the other leagues to play in the best of the best. In the NFL, I get coming at the NFL. If he wants to come at the NFL players, say, well, you can't say, you're world champion.
But we got rugby stars coming over now, too. We got rugby.
Yeah, but rugby and football, they're two completely different because them dudes are beasts of their own. Like, they crazy. But, like, NFL's not, like, a brand like that, per se. But, again, I guess when we have our flag football, I mean, you'll just see who's the best of the best to say that we are, we do have the best of the best talent here. Which why I'm like, sorry, Darrell, but the NFL's going to push to have the best players in it, as long as the NFL and the NFLPA can agree that these guys can be in it, because it's going to broader and make the NFL better because you'll be able to tap into other countries and the talent that they have there because nobody's playing it, and it's a lot safer nowadays to play football.
Yeah.
And that's what
we have some drama, from other sports coming at other guys.
I don't like it. I can't help that we don't have a track league. Like, no one's going to watch your track league.
Even people say, like, why are you coming at us? Maybe you should, speak, why don't you have your own sport?
Why aren't you making more money doing what you do?
Like, you're not wrong. Like, they get you. Start making comments about why you don't have your own league. Like, because track is, there's a lot of people that run track. There's a lot of great names, obviously. When you think of track stars, you think of Usain Bolt, Shakira Richardson. I can probably name more people that are not from the United States than probably from the United States. If you want to be completely honest, really.
It just tells me all I know is that he was too small to be in the NBA. He was just too small to be in the NBA, and he's salty about it.
Yeah.
And that's what it has to. He's like Daryl.
Yeah,
he's another Daryl.
Noah Lyles really made a lot of people mad too. Like he's on that Daryl level.
And then all of a sudden now
Noah Lyles is really happy that Daryl came out and said what he said because now it's taking a lot of heat off Noah Lyles.
I think he took 3rd in the 200 meter.
Nick had COVID.
And then he had COVID?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of sus. How'd you run, but you had COVID?
Now let's speak on the real NFL news that we got going on. Patrick Mahomes hit Travis Kelce with the behind-the-back pass because he was upset with Travis. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it, Patrick.
Apparently, according to Travis Kelce, he was still trying to decipher what Mahomes said in the huddle because he got that voice. He got that Kermit the Frog voice, so he was still trying to decipher what he said. By the time he was trying to figure out what he said, he already hiked the ball, so he was just kind of there. Mahomes said he didn't run the right route, so he was mad, so he threw it behind his back.
Got the first down, though. We got the first down,
upset Mahomes, and Kelce clearly had Taylor Swift on his mind.
I think the funniest part of that play was the Detroit Lions defender when he saw that ball go. He was like, around so goddamn fast, bitch, no. That play right there, obviously Patrick came out and said that Travis ran the wrong route. Travis was like, no, I did. Like, we got a first down. But that pass blew up the internet. People, you saw from that pass how salty people are about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. You saw it first and foremost how bad people really are just hating on greatness
I'm
right
honestly
now.
waiting for it to happen in a regular season game.
You're like, and that's literally what a lot of people are like, dude, in a real game. I'm like, I mean, he might.
He will. Why wouldn't he? He completed one of the
Travis makes him
preseason-
mad again. He might pull it out.
He might.
So, I mean, Andy Reid was happy. Andy Reid's been asking for this. Right?
Andy Reid didn't know how it was such a big deal. People in the NBA do it all the time, is what he said. I'm like, oh, you're not wrong. But what's really, that did not count, which I understand why it doesn't count because it's preseason, but the Dallas Cowboys kicker tied Justin Tucker's record with the longest
66
field goal
yards.
kick, and it would have been good from 72.
Yep, it would have been good from 72 yards.
That's fucking crazy. It's like you're on like 45-yard line.
That was crazy.
And he money. Like,
I mean,
without
it
a
was
doubt.
money. Down, upright, down the center.
The dude was a former soccer player.
Yep.
He-
Soccer players make good field goal kickers, though, if they can make that transition.
If they can make the transition from a circular ball to a
Football.
circle, but I was trying to figure out the shape of what a football really is.
Don't ask me. I'm not going there. You're not going to clickbait me, motherfucker. Fuck you. That one's on your own.
Well,
That's all you.
To be able to kick a circle ball to a banana shaped ball, like it's not very easy, and to be able to do that, I'm not surprised once I found out he was a soccer player that he was able to boot it that far back, that accurately, and seems like Cowboys have their kicker of the future.
Yes. Keeping on football, I accidentally
Because we
brought
got
up
football?
Trevor Lawrence's name. Was Mac Jones really the problem in New England? He's looked really... I know it's preseason, but Mac Jones has looked more accurate, more...
What does Mac Jones have to do with Trevor Lawrence?
Well, they're both on the same team.
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence got paid
Yeah.
top dollar money.
Yeah.
But Mac Jones has looked really good in preseason. I think Mac Jones has looked better than Trevor Lawrence. And
Well, Mac and Cheese is finally with an offensive.
I'm asking, like, was really
coach.
Mac Jones the problem in New England? Because, again, it's preseason, so we don't hold a lot that happens in preseason, but the passes have been accurate. You've seen Trevor Lawrence throw passes; they've been behind, short.
It's kind of crazy when you actually have talent to throw to.
Well,
He didn't. Mac Jones never had any talent to throw to.
to me, I think if there's a team that needs a quarterback, Mac Jones, I think, could be a potential guy that some people can
you
go grab.
maybe could see a potential trade for Mac Jones during the season if your guy goes down, maybe per se, but
Minnesota, I mean,
not Minnesota.
You think they're going to ride it out with Sam
It's
Darnold?
gonna be Sam Darnold. I mean, if Sam Darnold gets hurt or struggles, maybe, but like Sam Darnold, Mac Jones, what are you really getting? Because you saw what Mac Jones was with the Patriots. Now, granted, the talent level with the Vikings is way more than what the Jaguar has with Justin Jefferson there and T.J. Hawkinson, but
So,
I don't know. I mean, like,
I'm just saying,
nothing. Not a whole lot. Trevor Lawrence got paid. I don't think they should have paid him. He hasn't done or accomplished anything. His best year was even a great year. Made it to the playoffs and got bounced by the Chiefs. Like, now granted, it's the Chiefs, so like, I don't hold it to you. I mean, he's 1-1 in the playoffs, but hasn't sniffed it since. And it was do it again. He looked really great. Made it to the playoffs, beat the Chargers, came back to win.
yeah, after throwing like 4 interceptions in the first half.
But beat him.
He won.
And then went toe to toe with the Chiefs after Mahomes got hurt with an ankle injury. Went toe to toe, lost. Damn, everyone was like, "Oh, he's ascending."
We thought for sure the
I was
Jags
like, do it again because I'm like, here it is, I'm ready. And then
he laid it in.
it was go and then nothing, and I'm like, okay,
Bro was throwing like 2-3 interceptions a game. Like it was bad.
I just don't understand the hype behind Trevor Lawrence. I just didn't know you still got paid for what you did in college. Must be the NIL.
I want to go off of who got A.J. Terrell from the Atlanta Falcons got 4 years, $81 million, $65.8 million guaranteed. It is the largest guaranteed deal ever for a corner with a 4-year deal. I want to clarify. It's the largest guaranteed deal that gave you 4 years for a corner.
Well deserved.
So, But I want to talk more about some of the guys that have
He's a great corner. He's a great up-and-coming corner.
Atlanta Falcons, a lot of people believe them as Super Bowl contenders. They've made some, like we talked about last week, they've made some trades.
They should be. But Kirk Cousins in prime time.
Just don't tell them it's prime time. Just don't tell them.
Just say it's noon, dog. Just say it's noon, Bob. Bob, it's noon. No,
like, don't look at the clock, dude. It's noon. Like,
you just need to take over the clocks in the locker room. Take his phone away.
Good thing he's in a dome. He can't see if it's daytime or nighttime outside. It's a dome. Like, he has no idea. Don't tell him. Put a nightcap on him. Like, don't let him see. Put a nightcap on him. But let's talk more about the guys that have not got paid. C.D. Lamb.
The who?
C.D. Lamb has came out and said that $33 to $33.5 million is not enough for his services. Jerry Jones has made it very clear we're not missing you.
I'd be like, trade me then, dog.
What's going to happen with C.D. Lamb?
I think they get a deal done. He's the number one priority.
He said 33 to 33.5 is not enough. So we're looking at 34.5.
He wants to be closer to Justin Jefferson on average.
On average.
He will get close, but he won't beat it. And he wants close, but he won't beat it. He already came out and said he's not trying to be the highest paid non-QB. He's not trying to surpass what Justin Jefferson got, but he wants to be close. He wants to be very close. He wants to be buttoned up to it. And when you look at the stats, like we've talked about before, it is well deserved. And honestly, C.D. Lamb came out as a rookie, as kind of the dude. Amari Cooper was there, but he kind of came out. Well, Michael Gallup too,
obviously.
But he came out pretty much right out of college and was kind of the guy. And has always been the dude, putting up 1,000 yards, and he is the offense last year, and he will be the offense again this year for Dak.
Yep.
And so it's well deserved money. But really what you need to touch on, really the conversation, is Ja'Marr Chase thinking the dude's worth $40 million.
Dude, alright, so it is reported that Ja'Marr Chase wants to be paid $40 million per year, so that's $5 more million than what Justin Jefferson, because Jefferson
on average
is 35.
His average salary.
Ja'Marr Chase wants $40 million per year. He wants $160 million. Or was it $120 million guaranteed or $160 million guaranteed?
120.
120. He wants $160. He wants a 4-year, $160 million deal with $120 million guaranteed, and he wants a $40 million salary. Cincinnati, go ahead and trade the motherfucker. Go ahead and trade him, dog. Trade him ASAP and give the money to T. Higgins.
The report is Ja'Marr Chase is looking for a 4-year, 160 range. He's looking for around 120 guaranteed money.
Ja'Marr Chase who?
Average annual. Justin Jefferson got 35 average. And I think 110 is what Jefferson got guaranteed on his deal.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Ja'Marr Chase. Jefferson played 9 games and cracked over 1,000. And with no names at QB. And you had your boy at QB. Granted, he got hurt last year, but you couldn't even do that. And I'm sorry.
When I saw that report, I'm like, oh my God, trade him. And he's got 2 years left on his deal.
That's my problem is that, like, I get he wants to be paid, but, like, you have to play this year without being paid next year, going in the final year of your deal. I can really see him pushing for it. I would be more behind. Because I'm here. Get your money. Whether or not I think you deserve, like, really, this quarterback position, I don't think people should be paying just to pay. But, like, get your money because, like, it's, it's only 10 to 15 years you can get your money. So get your money. But could you imagine if he gets $40 million? You know what Micah Parsons is going to ask for? Because Micah already said he wants to be the highest non-paid quarterback. And that's 30. That has to top 35.
Well, it's also been reported too that Micah Parsons and his camp's been very discouraged with Jerry Jones and how they've gone about CD. A lot of people think that Micah Parsons is going to try to force his way to the Commanders because that's where Dan Quinn went, and he had a great relationship with Dan Quinn when he was the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Incorrect trades like that don't happen. I mean, we saw the Eagles and Donovan McNabb. We saw a recent trade.
Oh yeah, the recent trade that just
happened today.
Yes, go ahead.
With the Eagles trading with Commanders for Dotson, a former first-round pick wide receiver that they gave up a 5th and two seventh-round picks, I think, for. So I mean, it happens. It's very rare.
But not stars. Like we're not getting.
But that's not a star. Like, Dotson's not a star, but he's definitely a very rising, talented wide receiver that we'll probably get to see with an actual QB. No, smack at Daniels or Jaden Daniels over there, but he's a rookie, so we don't know.
We don't know.
But I mean, Michael's going to ask for the house if Jamar Chase gets that.
It's crazy because Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase obviously played college ball together, and they've been obviously fortunate enough to be on the same NFL team. But yeah, Jamar Chase got to go. Like if that's what you're asking for, go ahead and get rid of him and give T. Higgins the money because
you have 2 number ones. And if T. Higgins willing to take 30, 32, 33 million on average and like 100 million guaranteed, and Jamar Chase wants that, I'm giving T. Higgins that money and I'm trading. Who wants him? I'll give you a 2nd-round pick. You can have him. You don't have to pay him all that money, dog. You're a big fuck.
40.
You're paying Joe Burrow $55 million a year. Turning going to pay a wide receiver 40? Well, you're telling me Justin Jefferson? Damn it, Jamar Chase is worth $15 million, just less than your franchise QB. You are a replaceable position. Look at the Chiefs. They moved off of Tyreek Hill. And what have we done since then? Back-to-back Super Bowls with no names at wide receiver. You go to the draft. You are very much replaceable there. The same at running back, unless you're like a McCaffrey. Yeah. That's kind of the only outlier. And maybe kind of like a Saquon Barkley there a little bit too. Or Derrick Henry a couple years back.
When that report came out, if I'm Cincinnati, we got to pull you in.
If there's any truth to that,
we got to pull you in and have a conversation, bro. Because you're not. We did our wide receiver list, didn't we? I didn't have Jamar Chase in our top 5. I don't. To me, he's got to get. We've talked about.
It's the route tree.
It's the route tree. He doesn't have it.
He got 2 routes.
Brandon Ayuk, still no news with that.
There's been no news. Kyle Shanahan said came out. There's great news. There's news. But there's no news.
We don't. But a lot of people believe it's because Brandon Ayuk is kind of waiting to see what's happening with CD and Jamar Chase. But again, I can't put Brandon Ayuk. Jamar Chase we could talk about. CD we can't talk about. CD is superior to Brandon Ayuk.
I mean, they're all kind of. I think Brandon Ayuk is better than Jamar Chase when it comes
to route tree, being a wide receiver,
an overall wide receiver
from everything top to bottom.
But I mean, I think the Niners are
Did Brandon Ayuk again? He said no to the Patriots. Did he fuck that up? Not taking the $33 million that they were offering him?
No, because I still think
he wants to
be able to win. And I think he sees what's going on with the Steelers, and he's semi-hesitant. I think there's a contract in place for him to go to the Steelers. I think they have an agreement there, but the Niners haven't pulled the trigger because they have the framework already worked out with the Steelers, and they're trying to see, can you just take a little bit less and stay here?
Well, I think also another holdup too is they're trying to get the Trent Williams contract figured out. And then figure out what money they can move around to try to move back over to Brandon Ayuk.
Well, that's just the crazy thing is that you really don't have you can pay him without actually affecting your salary cap this year because the Niners actually have the third most.
Debo keeps coming out saying that he's going to be a part. He's going to be a part. He's not leaving. I'm like, but we don't know. We don't know where Brandon.
Honest to me, Debo should be the one that's gone. Debo's the Swift Army knife. That's kind of like the gadget
Considering
guy.
that they drafted a dude that does everything Debo does,
pretty much
from Florida, all they've done is talk about him or rave about this kid. So.
Brandon Ayuk is a true number 1 guy, and if the Steelers can get him if I'm the Steelers, I'm putting a deadline on this shit. I'm like, they're really getting this done or not.
So, speaking of money that is crazy.
No, okay.
NFL Sunday ticket you can purchase for $680 with an option to add NFL Red Zone for $740.
I need to know.
Who's purchasing that without asking questions?
I need to know who the fuck's been buying this shit.
I need to know who's been buying
this shit that cares to see the Panthers play. Who cares to see the Cowboys play on a daily basis or the Cowboys or like the Commanders or the Giants. I'm like, who really? Or the Titans. I'm like, or the
NFL
Jags.
Sunday ticket for $680.
You know where you can see all that shit for free? Social media.
Like,
They'll be posting all the highlights. That's all that is, though.
Red Zone.
Is Red Zone.
$740.
Just to see teams in the red zone, which is the 20-yard line to the end zone, guys. The red zone is
You
when
paid
you hit that
$740 for that.
for 20 yards.
Ooh.
Damn, I got 20 yards for you. I got 20 yards for you for fucking $800.
But yeah, I thought that was crazy. What? No, those are from other episodes.
Oh, I saw you just grabbed another notebook.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh fuck, we screwed.
No.
Oh fuck me.
You about cried.
That was like another notebook. That one's empty. Oh god.
We combined.
My starfish clenched a little bit.
We had decided. We talked about last week. We were going to do our D ends, but we decided to kind of clump the D ends and the defensive tackles together.
Yeah.
This is kind of a self-explanatory list in my personal.
I think so. So to give you a little bit of explanation, what he was trying to say is, so D ends, defense tackles. So D ends obviously play on the outside. D tackles play on the inside. And I just feel like there's not necessarily.
There's not a lot of guys.
There's not a lot of like top tier guys. I feel like we probably could crunch them all together for you guys into a top 5. So I got 2 D tackles and 3 D ends.
I got 1 defensive tackle and then
Yeah, I know, and I know I can give you your list.
I know you can. It's okay.
Nah,
Go ahead and give me your number.
I'm gonna give you your list, not in any particular order. I know it's Jones.
Yep.
At 1.
Yep. I got.
And I know you also have. Then it goes TJ, Micah, Myles Garrett, and then it goes the guy from the Raiders.
Yep, Crosby. Yep, I got Chris Jones at number 1, TJ at number 2, Micah Parsons at 3, Myles Garrett at 4,
and I didn't even look at his list. I didn't
5.
even know that is my list 1 through 4. But I have Eric Armstead at 5.
Ooh, who'd you get rid of?
Who's your 5th?
Oh, Max Crosby.
There you go.
Have Max Crosby. That's fair.
I had to give a little bit of love to the defensive tackles. Myles Crosby, dude, there's no shade to him. He's a great DN, but
he can't even practice with the Raiders right now. He's being too aggressive.
But
he got pulled.
But he's not on the same level as the other
That's
3
fair.
guys.
I can respect that.
But Eric, you gotta get some D tackles.
Next week,
kickers.
Quarterbacks.
Oh.
Quarterbacks. And this is what I know a lot of y'all been waiting for. People have been like, man, we go get to them quarterbacks next week. And just so you know, he's got Justin Herbert at number 1. So we'll have to talk about that.
I guess we'll be able to give that potentially, I guess, either live on TikTok or live on YouTube on the way to the game.
We could, yeah.
Thursday.
Yep.
Next Thursday. Opening day.
Yep.
Kansas City versus Baltimore.
Just in case you guys forgot, we will be in Kansas City for the opening day. We're going to be talking to fans. We're going to be streaming, so make sure you check us out on TikTok. Make sure you're there watching us live on YouTube. We're going to be interacting, talking, having a whole lot of fun. I'm going to look like a kid at a candy store. He's going to look like some dude that's been there before because he's been there before.
I've been there and done that.
He's been there
Some
and
must get out of the house. Some must experience the world.
But we're excited. I'm excited. Football's here. College football's this weekend. NFL next week. Like, dude, it's
here.
It's here.
Finally.
And then...
Well, we actually have. I guess I lied. I guess it won't be next Thursday.
Oh yeah, the following.
It'll be the following Thursday. So I guess that won't be happening. But we do have our fantasy football draft coming next Friday.
Yep.
We'll be giving you guys our final layout of our rosters. Well, I guess it wouldn't be that either. I guess it'd be maybe that Thursday, that following Thursday.
Well, unless we decide to push our record, we could possibly.
I guess we could record later. I guess we could do it Saturday
but
then.
We're going to be talking a lot more about fantasy as well. I know a lot of people love talking about fantasy. And before we started this, I would get hounded about fantasy football. Like, I'm not in it. But now, I'm back in it. So, and he's the fantasy football guy personally. If you want to know about fantasy football and personal opinions, this is the guy right here personally. I know there's a lot of experts, but he's his own expert.
Bijan Robinson, number 2 overall pick.
That was fucking crazy. But make sure you tune in to us next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go hit that subscribe button.